maybe I had something to do with it because I was always a big fan of doing fancy dress with them when they were smaller, which Gemma hated, but Harry always embraced.
Harry Styles is the first male to grace the cover of American Vogue solo, and although that's a huge feat in itself, it was met with controversy because of his choice in wardrobe. I'll be giving my opinion on that a little later, and it's all gonna tie in together. I don't want you to keep watching like, girl, what does this have to do with what you opened this video with? Get to the point. Don't click out, okay? I'm going to make it make sense. I think. You know what? Don't quote me on that, because I really don't know. Moving right along. Now, naturally, all the media publications talked about his fashion and the irrelevant internet trolls, which, I mean, I get it. Whatever makes a coin. But something about this article really made my mind wander, and I couldn't help but dig.
Dan it, Dan it. Dan it, Dan it, Dan it, Dan it, Dan it.
I like that. It's going to be my new theme song.
Dan it, Batman.
Born in 1948, born in 1994. To the naked eye, you might think to yourself, what could these two possibly have in common? The answer? Much more than you think. Every creative pulls from different sources to create. Some sit in the room for hours on end staring at a blank page with no sense of where to start, eventually giving up and going off to bed saying, well, guess we'll try this again tomorrow. Oh wait, this is not about me. Note to self: delete self-loathing from audio. But some pull from life experiences, some draw from their imagination, and many take from people who came before them. However, it is rare to meet such inspiration in the flesh, and when you do, one can only hope it's met in good regard.
What I really loved about Harry was that when he decided to make a solo record from NSYNC, he chose to make NSYNC. Sorry, not NSYNC. Sorry, I'm never gonna live that one down. I know. One Direction. Well, I liked One Direction too. So, anyway, when Harry decided to make a record, he could have gone one of two ways. He could have made a really serious pop record, which would have been much less of a risk, or he could have made a rock and roll record and take a risk. And he did. And I went to the Troubadour on one of the first nights that he actually played songs from that record, and it was like, I went like, you know, this beautiful child should have been born in 1948 too, because he just fits in with all of us. He loves our music. He just loves the whole 1970s and 80s and 90s music that we've been doing all this time. And he toured that record right into the ground, which is what you have to do, especially when you take a risk. So you have to like say, well, I did it within your dreams. I'm taking an extra year, everybody, because I think this is that good. So I'm going to go on tour for another year with this record. So that's what he did, and I think that he succeeded beautifully, and that's where he's gonna stay. And that means he will still be around in 30 or 40 years. But he'll still be doing it just like I have continued to do it. He'll still be rocking it across the country when he's, 60, 70, 50, 40.
So basically, my girl Stevie thing is, had we been the same age, we could have been best friends. We're the two best friends that anybody can have. We're the two best friends that anybody can have. The reason why she admires that Harry is an old soul is because she can relate.
Your likes and dislikes.
I like this house.
Yeah, it's a beautiful house.
It belonged to an old silent film movie star who's up there, Lucia. And I like antiques. I like old things. I must be very old underneath because I love beautiful old things.
Something else they both can relate to is that neither of them hold their tongues when it comes to important matters, including politics, no matter how much it rubs people in the wrong way.
I got to meet Al and his 19 kids.
How do you think things are going for Clinton? How do you think he's doing personally? Would you vote for the guy again? Are you pleased with what's going on or not so pleased?
I think that, in my opinion, he's not old enough.
Not old enough?
I think you need to be more experienced to do what he's doing.
Really? You know, I've not heard anybody say that.
Harry and Stevie also shared their experience of finding their own paths after being in a successful international band. Going off on your own after the success of a band can be pretty scary. What I'd like to think is comparable to quitting a minimum wage job, in which the straw that breaks the camel's back being that one annoying customer that brings you an item that for whatever reason won't scan, and then they ask you that question. You know the one. Oh, it's not scanning. It must be free. Ha 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 ha. And you're just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this no more. I quit. I'm doing it again. Note to self. Delete personal problems from audio. This has nothing to do with success of an international band. What are you talking about? But no, that transition from being 1/4 of a show to having all eyes on you, well, and Mitch. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to get used to. And the fact that she decided to join him on stage when he first began as a solo act, not only was it a passing of the torch, but it was also confirmation of their growing bond. Stevie Nicks has famously devoted her life to her craft, choosing life without children and marriage because she felt like it would have gotten in the way of her life's true purpose. Although Harry at the moment doesn't share the same sentiments.
I mean, I'd like to be. It's
You would?
definitely what I kind of would like to do, yeah.
I can't help but to see a similar drive in him, which leads me to the thing that stood out the most in the Vogue article. At the beginning of the lockdown, Nicks tweeted to her fans that she was taking inspiration from Fine Line. Way to go, H, she wrote. It is your Rumours. I mean, Fine Line is a masterpiece, don't get me wrong, but that's a pretty broad statement. What exactly did she mean by that? Well, at first I thought she's just giving him props like, I see you, Harry, doing your thing, good job. But I knew it had to be deeper than that, so I decided to take my first listen to Rumours. Yes, my first listen. Though I believe I have a diverse taste in music, I am a 90s baby who was raised primarily listening to R&B, so there's still a lot that I don't know and I'm still discovering. Don't judge me. After the very first song, I understood exactly what Stevie meant.
I don't wanna know the reasons why your love keeps on walking on down the line.
I Don't Wanna Know instantly put me in the mindset of Golden. It's an upbeat song, but when you listen to the lyrics, it makes you sad. With songs like Dreams, Never Going Back Again, You Can Go Your Own Way, Rumours is so personal, so vulnerable. It's an album that makes you feel good, even though it's filled with so much pain, much like Fine Line. And I'm sure there are many more things that Stevie and Harry have in common, and of course things that they don't have in common, like their sleep schedules.
3 a.m. playing the album, I'm like, I'm kind of tired. And they're like right in their prime.
But I get it. They continue to inspire each other in music and in life, and hopefully their friendship continues to grow. After learning more about Stevie Nicks, I decided to look at more legends Harry has been compared to, just to see if there's any other underlying similarities.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye.
James Dean. Known for his acting and dashing good looks, Harry has been compared to James Dean throughout the years, most recently in the Vogue issue. Now, the thing that I found interesting about James Dean is he had an eclectic taste in music, ranging from African tribal music to Afro-Cuban beats to Frank Sinatra. And we all know Harry has a vast taste in music, from jamming to Ariana Grande to throwing it back to a good old classic.
Here now to perform the next nominated song, Endless Love, the man who wrote it, the multi-talented Lionel Richie. And a former Oscar nominee himself, the gifted and dazzling Diana Ross.
Two hearts that beat as one. Our lives have just begun.
But the thing that I found most compelling that both Harry and James share is beyond the surface.
Why did he last?
Why does he last now? Why do people still know of him?
Because I think he was very truthful to his work. He liked his work very much, and he and I used to talk about that all the time. And I always talked about the fact that if you're going to use your words, then the body has got to go along and translate what you're saying. Words don't mean very much unless it goes along with what the body is doing. And I think that because he was so honest with his work and so honest with himself in general, I mean, he knew what he wanted, even though he was not that interested in becoming the world's biggest star, because I felt that he said to me many times too that he didn't want to be treated like a piece of flesh. He wanted to be treated like a person, and the artistic side of him then would be the value that the public can accept, but he wanted also to be accepted as himself.
True fans of James Dean will always remember him as more than a pretty face, much like the fans of Harry. Connecting with a person beyond what you see is important for building your legacy, but it doesn't hurt to start by catching someone's eye. Ziggy Stardust, the Picasso of pop, Major Tom. He has many monikers, but most simply refer to him as David Bowie. David has a career that spans from the small screen, the big screen, the stage, the theater, and beyond. He was a pioneer in many ways, and Harry has clearly taken inspiration from him. Many compare Harry to David when it comes to music, style, and even humanitarianism. But one thing the people don't talk about is their similar sense of humor.
You have a son, though, that's about my age.
Good Lord, are you really? Why haven't you got a job yet?
Is that what you're like? I was thinking, what is it like for David Bowie to discipline, like your son in his sort of rebel stage when he comes down, and what sort of disciplinary can you be given your past?
We went to, when he was around 12, where we were living, the town, Johnny Rotten came in with Pill. Pill had just been formed, and my son said, I really want to go and see them, Dad. Can we go and see them? I said, yeah. Sure, I'll take you down. He said, oh, fantastic. So the night rolls around, and he says, OK, I'm just going to get ready. And he goes upstairs, and he comes back down, and he's got, like, green and red hair and everything. And I'm just about to say, if you think I'm going out with you... And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, Dad, what? What are you going to say?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Start whipping out the photo album of you.
Yeah, so...
Bowie.
Sometimes, when I'm at a McDonald's, I wait until nobody's looking, and then I stick my hand inside the straw dispenser and touch all the straws.
No, but there's some good mimes. You probably would have been a good mime.
It was kind of a revolutionary company that I was with, and because they spoke.
Well, that's not a mime.
That's why they were revolutionary.
Now wait, and also you studied to be a monk?
Yeah, I realized one day when I was around 18 that I was a monk in a mime's body.
Now tell me, can you picture Harry telling those jokes? I certainly can. David was pretty hilarious, and I can see why he was such a likable guy. But I can't talk about him and just gloss over his feminine clothing.
Feminine, madam. Well, they were.
But if I'm going to address it, I have to enter someone else into the chat. Someone that Harry also admires.
There are many kings, but there is only one prince.
The artist, formerly known as Prince, musical genius, and an icon to many. Heels, hair, crop tops, jewelry, an occasional dress, face beat for the gods. Criticized and praised for years about the way he dressed. Both he and Bowie have ruffled a lot of feathers and left many confused. And oddly enough, they both have such personal reasons as to what led them to live such flamboyant lives.
Yeah.
That particular period. I mean, did that carry over into real life? Did you wear those kind of clothes in your home?
I only used to wear that kind of stuff when I was about 17 or 18. By the time I'd reached the ripe old age of 20, 21, I'd got into high heel shoes and things. They came about through Japanese theatre more than anything else. I tried to put together kabuki and pantomime. Oh, over here, of course, it's mime, isn't it? Mime techniques to help enhance this character called Ziggy Stardust, who is the be-all and end-all of rock and roll stars.
Recent analysis has proved that there's probably two people inside of me, just like a Gemini, and we haven't determined what sex that other person is yet.
Did you say I'm not even sure what sex it is, or he or she or it is? Did you say that?
Yeah.
I thought I heard that. What I'm getting from you is that you were very much in touch with both sides of yourself, your masculine and feminine side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And always have been. And so people grow up thinking that you're weird or that you're gay because of it, and that never bothered you?
Hey, whatever floats the boat.
Whatever peanut butters your jelly.
Yeah, there you go. It's enough trouble.
Literally, like another personality you're talking about.
Well, what they seemed to find was that it was someone I had created when I was 5 years old.
Really?
For whatever reason, I'm not sure yet, but I hope to find out.
They, like psychologists, therapists?
Well, actually, I found out because I took someone through therapy. So.
And you found out that there is another person living inside you.
This is turning into a Sybil interview.
No. Does that person have a name that we could call?
That's what is so interesting to me, is that I think that's why I changed my name. I think that's who I am now.
So all of that brings me to this. Bring back manly men. What does that even mean? Does wearing a suit make you a man? Does wearing makeup make you a woman? These ideologies are deeply flawed, but I'm not gonna get into all of that. At the end of the day, do what makes you happy. What was that, Mama Twist?
But, who doesn't love playing dress up?
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You guys will be doing me a huge help. And leave a comment. Who are some of your favorite legends that you think have inspired Harry, and what do you think about the Vogue article? I know I'm a little late, but I really didn't expect anybody to find my videos. You guys have been showing so much love. I'm going to be doing shout outs on my next video because I felt so overwhelmed these past few weeks just looking at comments and seeing the views go up, and you're really enjoying it. So please be patient with me. Because I'm still trying to get everything together, but I'm gonna try to get on a schedule to bring more content sooner to you guys. I'm so excited to grow with you, get to know you guys more. So yeah, don't be afraid to follow me on social media because I'm gonna follow you back and we're gonna be friends. I'm all ears. Until next time, bye. I don't wanna stand between you and love, honey, I just Note to self: delete horrendous singing from audio before you blow someone's eardrum.